The Harper House move was simultaneously the coolest and most stressful project I've ever been a part of. The coolest because they picked up a house and they moved it over 20 miles down highway and gravel road without any major issues and put it exactly where we needed it to go, in the middle of a field on a foundation that we'd built. The crew rolled up in the middle of May, laden with tools and materials that they would need to move the house. And from the very get-go, they were efficient and just pleasant to be around. They started with breaking through the foundations at pre-marked spots. Removing the rubble, and then sliding various beams in, designed to bear the weight of the house. And then they just jacked it up, and the house went up. From there, it was just a matter of getting it up high enough they could slide in 2 I-beams to bring the house sideways off the foundation and into place where they would build the trailer. That was one thing I didn't realize. They didn't put the house onto a trailer. They had 2 sets of axles connected with a beam that acted as the rear wheels, and the house itself spanned to the front on the 2 beams they first slid in. At the front of the house, a specialized hydraulic hitch lifted up to the beams and attached them to the semi. The I-beams that were used to slide the house over were removed, and cross members were added for additional stability. And that was the end of the first day of work. It ended with a little bit of a rain shower, but fortunately it was nothing bad enough that we needed to wait longer than a couple days. The crew went home, and we waited. The day that we actually moved the house dawned clear and beautiful. The crew arrived, packed up the last of their tools, made the house road safe, and then we rolled out. We initially thought they would be able to drive around 20 miles an hour. They were, however, able to move almost double that. Meaning that despite taking back roads to get ahead of them, we were able to get only about half of the journey on the highway. Then they hit the second half of the paved road, a more major highway between 2 larger towns. Progress was simultaneously fast and slow, as they were moving fast while driving, but still moving slow enough to need to pull over regularly to let traffic behind them pass and the stopped traffic ahead of them get by, as the house took up both lanes of traffic while it was driving. And then we got to the gravel. The gravel was a fairly smooth part of the journey, requiring the power company to send out 2 trucks to lift power lines higher than the moving company could lift them, and averting a potential disaster when a semi turned down the road the house was coming up. Fortunately, we were able to stop the semi and get it turned into a long enough driveway that the house could pass without hitting the semi. Finally, they reached the corner and turned into the field. we were glad it hadn't rained much, as the only way to get to the new foundation was through the field. But fortunately, they were able to get it pulled in, backed up, and ready for the last step, putting it in place. We weren't able to get much footage of setting the house itself. Due in large part to the fact that everyone who was able was helping to get things ready so the moving company could get everything done to finish setting the house that day. And by the grace of God, we did. The house wasn't whole, not yet, but it was there, and with time, it would be whole. If you were part of the original crew that moved the house, thank you. It may have been just one of the jobs you had to do that week, but for us, it was much more. It was the professional touch that assured completion of a project that had been weighing on all of us. So from my family to yours, thank you. And to all watching, farewell.